Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast. Of course, we are live right here on YouTube Live. And of course, I said earlier on in the week that we will be talking about some stuff, and that cryptic video that you just saw that interrupted our intro and all that stuff has been playing throughout the week. So pretty much me and Jeff were talking a little bit before we started. Lately I've been going through the motions with this show. Yeah, it hasn't really been pulling the numbers that I wanted to. I haven't been making a lot of money off, this and all that stuff. So don't worry, the show is not going anywhere. The show is not going anywhere. However, I have learned over the years of doing professional wrestling that if something is not working, you need to reinvent yourself. You need to do a new gimmick, let's say, for instance. And the show, as I said, show's not changing. It's going to remain the same concept, all that. Of course, we announced earlier on the week that the HHPod productions will be coming soon. We've already started to do a little bit of something. Of course, shout out to Natasha Nogan from Benue Apparel. If you go to our socials, you'll see a preview of one of the trailers that Rob from Shout Out Pod Nation TV did for her. So that's going to be kind of like a little bit of a way for me to make a little bit of money to put into this show and make things a little bit better. So for those of you watching out there, for those of you who see it, we will be doing video editing, which is as simple as just online clips, which is stuff that I can take care of. You see it a little bit in hours or something like what we just did with our intro. We can do higher end editing, which is what Rob does, kind of like that commercial. Of course, we're going to be doing commercials. And then also I have in my back pocket somebody that I reconnect with from pro wrestling who works for Trauma Productions, who, if you want like an actual movie grade production done, we will be able to provide that as well. Of course, none of that's going to be free, because you got to make money somehow. And I also know someone who does web hosting. And of course, our graphics department is going to be headed up by the one and only Derek Sharp from Curtin Jerker Designs. Everything's going to go over to him. So it's going to be a whole package thing of, anybody who needs anything out there, hit us up. We will be able to take care of you, to square you away with whatever you need editing wise and, all that stuff, especially if you're with OnlyFans or if you're an adult, whatever it is, it doesn't matter to us. We want to work with everybody's budgets and, help people out and get video out there. Now, how does this involve the show? Why such a cryptic video for that? The cryptic video wasn't for that. The cryptic video was because, as I said, I was going through the motions recently, and I was literally the last couple of months since Matt's left the show. It's been a little rough for me. I was literally this close to just not doing the show anymore. With everything, with not making money, with numbers not being where I wanted to be, I was like, okay. But then I figured, okay, let me reinvent myself. So the unfortunate part about all this is that March 23rd is going to be our final live here on YouTube. As I said, the show's not going anywhere, but the live portion, when we're putting this on YouTube and when we're putting this on Roku and Fire TV, it's the raw version. I would love to be able to sit down, edit these up, do a lot of stuff. You see it recently in a lot of our online content. We've been editing it and it looks good. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go to a tape format. Now, with the tape format, what that means is that we said we're the raunchiest podcast in Charm City. And we're going to hold to that because our Pod Nation TV version, which is what's going to release first, will be the no holds barred edition of this show. So what that means is that if people are watching this show, I want to try to do a segment. Of course, shout out Team Skeet. If they send us any trailers, I want to do a segment called Mystery Porn Theater 3000. It's kind of like Mystery Science Theater 3000 with the trailers that they send over to us. Raw trailers, not the edited ones like we normally play. We're going to be doing stuff like that, of course. And like we do a lot of news articles. So if I come across a video of someone completely naked terrorizing a McDonald's,
I apologize.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the thing. And Jeff, you even know, like with stuff like that, that's stuff that we can show on the Roku
Yeah.
and Fire TV on Pod Nation TV, because that's the network where we are.
Yeah.
Of course, unfortunately, for those of you that will be watching it on YouTube, You will not have that. I will be breaking up the clips and posting them to Reddit as well. So if you don't see them, so I advise go get the Pod Nation TV. Pod Nation TV, you can click the app, it'll take you right to it on your phone, like right to the link, or you can download it on your TV. Make sure you go over to our website, www.thehhpod.com. Our first episode in April. Of course, we're going to be recording on March 28th. That's going to be our first pre-taped episode, and that's going to be our first of our no holds barred episode. So, that's the whole thing. That's what the cryptic thing was for. It was like, hey, burn the show down and rebuild it back up. So that's what we're going to do. Of course, this is the Happy Hour podcast. And of course, Jeff Perini is here with me tonight. Jeff, what is going on, my dude? How have you been?
Fantastic, dude. Fantastic. I love getting on air and talking about anything and everything. I love what you're doing. Love that intro. I had not watched that intro till tonight. So the surprise of it and the fun of it, I'm pumped, dude. I'm pumped for a rebirth. Really am. Congratulations.
Yeah. And I mean, that's the way it is. And, I've always been like a creative person. And I was like, well, I just can't sit there and just announce it online. Like, I mean, I do production stuff, but I come from wrestling. I come from a build. I come from that creativity of, hey, if the Undertaker's coming back, you get weeks worth of the lights going off.
Yes.
And sudden boom. So you got kind of a week's worth of this cryptic video showing all this stuff, zombie strippers, building burn going. You hear Laurie Shirt saying, let it burn, all, and people are just like, what is this? And it's
you saw some nice ass in that video too.
Yeah. And I mean, that's the whole thing. So, I mean, yeah, it's going to be, a little bit of something, a little bit of a fresh taste to the show. Of course, you're still going to see, course, you're going to see my face. You're going to see Jeff's face. Of course, my motley crew of co-hosts whoever's here. And of course, our guest tonight is going to be Jess, the naughty stylist. And I think that the one thing I'm going to miss the most about these lives is I'm going to shout out Jason, our number one fan.
Yeah.
He's already commenting on the live stream. So, I know he's going to miss the live version of the show. It will still be able to happen, but it will be more raunchier than ever. So, that's the whole thing of, I'm just
if it goes well, Ray, I know it's a long shot, but if it goes well, Jason, maybe we'll get somebody to actually drink piss.
Yes. You know what? Maybe I will look up a video of a man who drinks piss as his diet regimen and I'll play it on the show. And then Jason can just see this fella just chugging this thing down. But
we got you, bro. We got you.
I mean, that's the thing. And of course, on the show, it's happened before on our lives where, something would happen and a wardrobe malfunction would happen. On the other version, you see that 100%, and it doesn't put us in risk of losing the YouTube. That's the most important part, is that now that we're
shout out to Caitlin Bell.
Yeah. And who was it? It was also
we had another.
She like fell out. What was her name?
I can't remember.
Damn it, I can't remember.
That was like pretty much all boob.
Yeah, it was I forgot, it was one of the trans guests. What the hell was it? Was something with an A. Why can't I remember her name? But anyways, I had to go through, and when you go through and re-edit that stuff on YouTube, it is hard. Like, it is hard. Like, the program that I use, or just having Rob or just anybody in general going and edit that out for YouTube purposes, that is absolutely, a lot easier. So, and it gives you incentive to go over and watch Pod Nation TV. So, of course, so that's what's going to be going on. And of course, the live stream's going off a little bit already. And of course, shout out to Jerry from Share a Pint. You've seen him here on the show. He will be back for the HHPod Rumble. I feel bad for Jerry because I know when we first started this, Jerry, I know he's kind of, sometimes he doesn't want to be on with the adult stars, and I love having Jerry on the show. So if that ever changes, Jerry, let me know, because I would love to have you back whenever. I know he'll be here for the HHPod Rumble for sure, but he said, great to see you, excited about your new projects. Again, congrats, Ray. And Jason said he has some new neighbors and she looks amazing. Have you asked her if she sampled the piss yet? Like, and I mean, that's the thing. Like, she looks amazing. Like, how like you go to like a neighbor's house and you bring them a nice tray of cookies or whatever and all that. Like, Jason just goes up and he's like, do. Hey, excuse me. Would you like some piss? And he just hands her just a vat of piss. Like it's not even a pitcher, it's a vat of piss. Like, and of course, Jess the naughty stylist, she'll be joining us. I think she might be having a little bit of a hard time connecting.
But
She says she's on, but I don't see her on here. And so let me reshoot her the link real quick. And of course, this is another thing with the lives is that when stuff like this happens, it kind of gets, a little weird to deal with. So let me
dicey.
go ahead and pull this up real quick. So Jeff, I know you have all the concerts and all that stuff going on. So what all do you have going on with your concert? What all has been going on with that?
So we had our first one a couple weeks ago. It's called the Key Concert Series up here in Warminster, PA. We
Okay.
get 4 bands, young bands, unsigned bands, original bands. And they come and perform. They do like 45-minute sets. The Fuse is the host. They got beer on site and they sell food, etc. It's all ages show. You can get some cocktails there and some food. See these great bands. It's just a mere $20 to get in. We're doing our next one March 16th, Ray. It's a
Oh,
St.
nice.
Patty's Day pre-party. I've got my kilt ready. I've got my Irish blazer ready. I'm going in full blown Irish. This Italian kid is going to MC full blown Irish. We're trying to get some footage
Nice,
for you.
nice.
Yeah,
And of
definitely
course,
excited.
shout out to Chesapeake Apothecary, which we were there this past Saturday. I am actually currently in the process of editing that. That will be coming out soon.
Look
Shout out
great.
to Vince Painter, all of his people over there. I seen parts of dispensaries that I never knew existed. There was a terrifying machine that they had in the back, which was you will see in the footage. And of course, shout out to Brent. Brent came out. He took some amazing photos. He was with us during Exotica. So we're kind of getting kind of like a little steady like crew of people going and all that stuff. And that's another thing that I wanted to say is of course you'll have the no holds barred edition of the show, which will be exclusive to Pod Nation TV, which will be on Roku and Fire TV. You will have the disqualification version, which will have no disqualifications available for us to get booted off of YouTube. So that will be the disqualification, the normal version for YouTube. And then, of course, we also have fully fermented, which is its own thing. And that's going to keep on growing more and more as time goes on. Of course, Jeff, we got to get you out to something soon for some of
Yeah.
the local stuff and also some of our really, really old vintage content. So we're going to have fun with a lot of this kind of stuff. I think Jess is trying to get connected. If she's not connected up soon, we're just going to roll right into our regular shenanigans. She says she's on, but I don't see her in the room. So that's the whole thing. But I mean, hey, that's what happens. And of course,
You can
uh,
definitely tell the difference
way to,
between us two and her.
what's up?
You can definitely tell the difference between us two and her.
Yes, yes. And Jason said it has to be a hot woman, Jeff. So okay, so of course a hot woman, and of course as I said, for those of you who tune in live, March 23rd, we still haven't announced our March 23rd episode yet. I'm gonna have Derek working on that this weekend. That will announce, and that will be our final airing the show live episode and then rolling into April. That's why I said April 1st, things change. Will be when we start dropping episodes, unedited on Pod Nation TV. Keep in mind, I don't know what the bandwidth's going to be. They might be split up into 2 parts on Pod Nation TV, but either way, whatever happens, it'll be there. The show will still be thriving. The show will still be doing its thing. And that's just the way it works. So
The 23rd is a Saturday.
yeah.
Ooh.
So the 23rd is a Saturday. So
Nice.
nice Saturday episode, a nice Saturday conclusion to the live. And we were talking a little bit before this. I did one of the guys that I know, he said he could remotely edit our show live, which, would be amazing. But the thing is I need to pay for that.
Yeah.
So, maybe somewhere down the line, this show will return live. I love with a passion doing this show live, but just for, I guess visualization sake and, just kind of being able to get the editing stuff. So episodes may not drop right away immediately like they normally do, all that stuff. Plus, a lot of times the rush to get all this set up to do the live, which I have no problem doing. And we do it like that every week. But yeah, it's just the kind of thing of, sometimes things change and sometimes you got to take away things in order to bring in other things that will work out. And of course, for those of you joining us on Roku and Fire TV, you guys just got a lot of amazing news. So, the unedited version, 100% unedited version. Of course, I don't know what's going to happen. That's the kind of thing that we could have a guest on that, does body painting. And we could be like, hey, can you paint something with your body? And that will be stuff that will be exclusive to Roku, Fire TV. As I said, it's endless. I can have a guy pulling a bus with his dick actually pulling the bus, and stuff like that, and see how people react. And, just stuff like that, just a different twist and, flavor of this program. So I'm going to check in on our guest, see if she's connected yet, or see what's
try not to never say penis and flavor in the same
yeah.
sentence, please.
Okay, so she said her computer is giving her issues. So we'll see what's up. And you know what? I'll also tell her it works on the phone. It'll work on the phone too, because that's what happened with Jocelyn Jane.
Yeah.
So all right, cool. So so what we're gonna do is we're gonna get into our featured drinks. So Jeff, I'm gonna start with you, my man. Of course, we normally start with the current show featured beer. What do you got going on tonight, Jeff?
So one of my old-time favorites,
Oh, the banana bread.
Eagle Banana Bread.
Oh, okay.
Been a while. I love this stuff. Of course, I got my faithful Yingling behind me, but I love it. Nice, easy drinker, nice little banana flavor, and it's just a perfect beer. Like if you're not a giant beer drinker, or if you're a big beer drinker, want to kick some back, these are perfect. Love these.
Yeah, I remember when I marinated my nuts in that. Like it's just that it was amazing. And of course, you have your old school Yingling, which of course, if you guys haven't seen the episode with Allison Ray yet, the second appearance of Allison Ray, she told an amazing story about Yingling 10, which you got to go back and see it. And I think by far to this date, we have had the best AI insane segment yet in that episode. So make sure you go over, find that. It's also on all of our social media pages. Find the AI insane segment with Allison Ray of the leaky pipes, which looks like Leatherface's glory hole.
We made a Pornstar blush, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. And I mean, with the AI insane, we can get a little bit more over the top with the AI insane. I know what it'll be like. It'll be like people watching on YouTube. And someone even brought up to me, I'm not sure if I'm going to do it, but someone was like, hey, the uncensored version we could always do on OnlyFans and make, a little bit of money off that. But I was like, I don't know. Like, we're kind of like, going into like more of an uncensored version on Roku and Fire TV. I don't think we really need that. I would rather make the money elsewhere, some other way than doing that. So actually, Jess is coming in right now. So we'll go ahead and invite her in. And of course, our current featured beer is 1911 Sangria Hard Cider. So 1911 Sangria Hard Cider. Of course, it has a sweetness scale on the back. The sweetness scale, it is at level 3 out of 6. So it's not too tart, not too sweet. And of course, it says evening skies, breathless drinks with blues, purples, oranges, and pinks. Sweet vineyard rip with the fruit at the end. This drink pairs well with a couple of friends. And of course, there is Jess, the naughty.
Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Fine, right?
Yeah. So you were having issues connecting. It happens.
Yes.
So, and what I was doing is I was announcing, and it wasn't a big deal. I was announcing, this show is going to go through a major change, going into April. The live format is cool, but we're going to end the live format. We're going to go to a no holds barred version of the show and a YouTube version of the show. So it'll be pre-taped. Whatever happens. So if I have like a raunchy video I want to play, I can play that. And, we won't get in trouble right here on, YouTube Live or anything like that. But anyway, so you're here. Of course, shout out to the Sangria 1911 Hard Cider. Make sure you go pick some up. I'll get into our feature shot in a little bit. So how does one become a naughty stylist? Like, I mean, like, because like, of course, you said your name was Jess. So I put you as Jess, the naughty stylist, but you go as just the naughty stylist online. So is it the kind of thing where like you cut someone's hair and it's like snip, snip, jerk, jerk, snip, snip, jerk, jerk? Like, I mean, like how does that work?
That's what it's supposed to be like. I've always been naughty though. I've always been like a flirt and naughty. So I've always like talked shit to my clients. So I've had them for like 25 years. So no one's safe. So when a friend of mine, he was like, this is what you're going to do. He kind of helped me along. Yeah. And he changed my game. And the naughty stylist. I'm like, hey, I like it because I am naughty.
My
I'll go
beard
with it.
suddenly needs a trimming. My beard needs a trim.
Hey, I got you.
Yeah.
Come on in.
You got me all right.
So how of course it looks like from online that your stuff's still relatively new. So how did that kind of evolve? I guess you always
I'm
been a
so
stylist
new.
and the kind of OnlyFans, adult like material started to filter in. Like how did it build up from just being a stylist to being the naughty stylist?
So I've always did hair. So I've did hair for 26 years.
Okay.
And people told me to get into OnlyFans because I'm good at what I do.
Yeah.
And I had a friend that I was talking to that kind of led me on, and he's the facial party on Twitter. He he was like almost like a mentor and kind of pushed me because I kind of need that.
Yeah.
So I was like in December, because I'm that new, I said, hey, if you don't help me, I ain't doing it. So he got all my information, and he went and changed everything on me. And he's like, all right, so this is what you're doing. I was like, all right. And
Nice.
it's
Wow.
kind of snowballed, and I've met some awesome people. Awesome. So
Nice.
I was nervous. Like,
I
of
think
course, I
shout
didn't
out
think it would be so,
I think shout out to Vividly
what is
Vic.
it?
I think she came and saw you just recently, I believe.
I have not seen her yet. I have talked to her though.
Okay.
So I
I know
think
she said
we'll meet up soon, I'm sure.
and
That'll be
just
fun
like
though.
your camera is a little slow. So like we see you just kind of barely
Okay.
moving a little bit. Not a big deal. We can still hear you as long as you can see us all right, because we do have some visual elements
Okay.
that'll filter in, but that'll work. When you first came on, I thought to myself a little bit, I was like, she looks a little bit like Lita from WWE. If you remember Lita from WWE, just with the red hair and the tattoo
Yeah.
and the way
Yep.
I'm like, she looks like Lita a little bit. So have you gotten any comparisons of that, like to Lita herself? Because of course you have the red hair like Lita and
No,
you're tattooed up.
never heard it. Never heard it. Nope. But thank you. I'll take it as a compliment.
So all the years of styling hair, I guess, have you ever had like a situation where you just wanted to take a pair of scissors and just plunge them into like somebody's just throat, like just from how they're acting?
Have I? It's daily. It happens. I'm telling you. I still have those urges. Trust me. Every day.
Changes beard clipping appointment. Right.
What, I got it? You're canceling already?
No, I'm not afraid. I got to get in. I mean, I actually, if you were local, I would actually go into a location and have that shot just to see what that's all about.
How many people, of course, now that you do like the naughty version of your styling, how many people like you trim their beard or you trim their hair? Like, have you had anybody want to keep their hair? Like, you ever see like someone with like a baggie of like their own hair? Like, have you had anybody go, hey, I want to keep the hair?
Mostly kids. Like,
Really?
Really?
yeah, mostly kids, the parents wanting to keep their hair, first haircut,
Okay.
or,
Gotcha.
I was gonna say, if she did my beard, I would want it put in a bag and put a
keep
piece of
it.
tape on, and have her autograph it. Like, yeah, I'm going all out. Like, I'm making a shrine out of this beard trimming.
Make
You
a
kidding?
voodoo doll. Make a voodoo doll and put his
Yeah.
hair on.
You just meld a voodoo doll out of Jeff's beard. And he's like, all right, now your arm's breaking tonight. So with your OnlyFans, of course, you have that. Have you gotten any strange requests? Because of course it's a little bit different what you do on OnlyFans. So I would imagine there's a niche out there for everything. So what kind of requests do you get from that? Like, is it normal stuff or is it more of hairstyling type stuff?
Normal stuff, because I offer like top. My kid's probably gonna walk in. Like, yeah, hey, like topless haircuts. So
Okay.
that's one of the services I offer. I don't really get into extra stuff, but when I
Yeah.
collab with people, I do. So I'll
Okay.
bring an aspect of the hair into it. So it's fun.
Nice. Nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to get into our segment called Smash or Dash. So we have a segment called Smash or Dash. It changes monthly. So of course, last month, the month of February, we had the St. Valentine's Day Massacre Edition, which had 6 gangsters and 6 people with wings. So of course, going into March, we changed that. Now, this month's Smash or Dash is famous comedians. This is the comedian edition. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show a series of photos on the screen, and you're going to let us know whether or not you would smash or whether or not you would dash. So let me just go ahead and get these ready.
Okay, I'm ready.
These pulled up. So, and Jeff, that's another reason why I was panicking before we went live, because I was trying to get all of these ready for tonight, and I was like, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. So let me just go ahead and get this. And then...
You're doing all that oh God, and you haven't even gotten a haircut yet.
Yeah.
Jesus.
They call me, they do call me God more than they call me naughty.
Believe it. Believe it.
All right. So let me get these ready, and we're going to go ahead and rock and roll. This is Smash or Dash, the comedians edition with Jess, the naughty stylist. So here we go. Here's the first one. What do you think about Reggie Watts? Comedian Reggie Watts. Would you smash or would you dash for comedian Reggie Watts?
I would smash because I love his hair.
I was going to say the hair.
I just want to be in it. I really want to get in that.
Now with his hair, would you leave his hair like that, or would there be any specific styling you would do? Like, is there any kind of like style? Is there anything he needs, or is his facial hair and his regular hair perfect?
I would clean up his beard, but his hair, because he's natural, I would just, if he wanted to leave it like that, I would be fine, or braid it. Okay. But I don't really braid because I don't have the grip in my hands. Well, I do, for certain things, but to braid, not.
Those things you can see on her OnlyFans. Make sure you go and subscribe.
I got nervous right away when she said, don't have the grip. I'm like, uh-oh.
Womp womp.
And then the next is Russell Peters. What about Russell Peters?
I'd smash him. He's a snazzy dresser. I like it. Yeah.
What do you think about his look? All clean cut, a little bit shorter hair.
It's not really my look that I go for, but I do like a nice suit. So yeah, he's good.
Okay. All right. Cool. So far, you're doing well. What about
smash everyone?
But today, Amy Schumer, not like before Amy Schumer. Like, this is angry, like I hate everybody, Amy Schumer.
Oh, poor girl. No, I think I would dash on her though.
Okay, so Amy Schumer will be a dash for me. I just don't like her personality.
Same.
There you go. Yeah.
And then after Amy Schumer is Phyllis Diller. What about Phyllis Diller?
Oh, smash that. Yeah, smash it. Yeah, for real. Oh my God. Twice.
You ever seen like her hair when she has like up in the air and shit? Like, yeah, like Phyllis Diller was amazing. So all right, so Phyllis, I feel like Phyllis Diller is going to be the MVP of this. I really do. So
it'd be fun,
And then there's the one and only Bernie Mac. Would you smash or dash the late Bernie Mac?
Oh, I would smash him all day long. Yeah, for real.
Okay. It looks good there.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think anybody will want to smash him now because that involves a lot of money and, digging up and, all that stuff. And but Bernie Mac, when he was in his prime and when he was alive, man that was breathing upon this earth, yes, I would probably smash Bernie Mac as well.
There's people, that are into that,
Yes.
All walks of life.
However, do not look at my Google search history.
Right?
I don't know what that means.
So the next one is Gary Shandling. What about Gary Shandling?
Oh, I don't know. No, I would dash. Yeah. Yeah, dash.
After Gary Shandling is the one and only Sam Kinison. What about
God, he would yell? No, I would dash. No, because he'd yell at me.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I do like that.
Right, so I'm gonna say, like,
Can you imagine?
Hold on.
He's coming and he's like,
Yeah.
He just does one of his screams.
Like mid blowjob, you're like that's that's got to be a good ego boost. Yeah.
And then from Sam Kinison is Patton Oswalt. What about Patton Oswalt?
Dash. No.
Oh, his wife is so hot too. He's married to Mary Salinger. She's so hot.
And he's he's loosening his tie. Like he's ready. Like he's ready to.
Yeah, he's getting in the position. He's assuming the position. He did Ratatouille's voice, right?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
He did. He
Yeah,
is
no,
Ratatouille.
no Dash, because all the picture is a rat.
I'm sorry, he's Remy. He did Remy's voice. Remy was in Ratatouille, so that was the
Okay.
rat's name in Ratatouille. Um, and then there was Woody Allen. What about Woody Allen?
Where's his eye going? You
I
see?
don't know, but it can't possibly be anywhere good.
No, I don't think I'm young enough for him.
Oh,
I knew when I pulled
yes.
Woody Allen into this, I was like, this is going to be a good one.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Yes.
I'm not his adopted daughter either, so you know.
Yeah. Woo. Woody getting roasted.
And then there's the one and only Red Fox. You give him a heart attack while he's doing his
Oh.
thing.
You know what? I think I would smash it just because I
Yeah.
love that show.
You know what's insane? When I was looking stuff up earlier, looking for a good picture of him, I didn't realize that he started Sanford and Son when he was 48.
Is that unbelievable?
Yeah, 48.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? Like, that just goes to show how more gracefully we age today. Like, when you sit there and look at, what was it, Archie Bunker or whatever and all that. Like, they were in their fucking 30s and 40s when that
I
show happened.
know.
I'm like,
Okay, did your parents look old as hell when you were growing up?
yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
what the shit is that? Like, because
Yeah.
I'll be 44 this month.
Stop
Yeah.
it.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna be 39 next month, and I'm just kind of like, wait a minute. Like, when my parents were this age, I remember them being on death's door. Like, that's how I saw them. Like,
I'm 73.
I don't believe it.
Wow.
that the Red Fox is the one and only George Carlin. The one and only George Carlin.
He would probably be fun.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think he'd be a good time. So
George Carlin, I had to throw him in on this because for me with comedians, George Carlin is how I live my life. Like, I'm 100% everything he preaches about everything. I'm like, I'm for that. You know, we don't do government, we don't do any of that shit on the show because I don't believe in any of that shit. I think it's all bullshit. And watching George Carlin as a kid is a big reason for a lot.
He was so advanced, like he knew, like what was going
problems today, problems that you go back and look at his comedy specials, problems today
All of it.
are things he were talking about back then. Like, and it's like, what, like,
it feels modern. Last time I see him, oh my God, it's today, even though it was like 10 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Exactly. And then after that is, of course, Robin Williams.
Oh God, Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah.
Yes, but he'd have to wear the
still
dress.
makes me sad. And like, Robin Williams is one of those ones. Robin Williams and Chester Bennington are two of those ones that every time I either hear Linkin Park or like Robin Williams is brought up, I get sad. Like, I'm just like, oh man, like this sucks, like so bad. So all right, so Robin Williams, I think he'll perform on this also. And then there is Andrew Dice Clay. What about Andrew Dice Clay?
I'm dashing. No.
And then last but not least, Lewis Black. What about Lewis Black?
I don't think he'd be good in bed though.
Yeah, he looks bored.
And Lewis Black, of course, is another one of those angry comedians. So, so that's our Smash or Dash for the month of March. We're going to be doing that all March. So make sure you come in. All of our guests will be doing that. And of course, if there's a male guest, we'll alter it a little bit. And actually, it won't be the same one all month because, of course, St. Patrick's Day is coming up. That'll be a different one. So we'll do Smash or Dash of St. Patrick's Day edition. And then at the end of the month, which will be our first recorded No Holds Barred episode, we will be doing Smash or Dash the Easter edition. So that will be interesting to see how that
turns. So you're telling me the next one's recorded and we could have been really dirty on it?
Yes.
No, I'm leaving. Bye.
We will definitely have you back. Of course, we're really dirty and raunchy for this, but we've had it before to where on this show, like we would have something where someone would have like a wardrobe malfunction or just whatever in general, or I would have a video that I would find of some naked person just terrorizing a McDonald's. And I'm like, I want to show this on the show, but YouTube has those, spectrums to where I can't. So since we have Roku and Fire TV, I'm like, why don't we neutralize that and use that to where we can do the No Holds Barred version on that. And then, we edit it up and do the YouTube there. So that's going to start in April. So make sure everybody watching at home, make sure everybody does that. So Jess, with you, of course, you've had a lot of requests. So ever since you started doing the OnlyFans and everything like that, have you, and even if it's not on OnlyFans, just doing it on camera, have you had any sex related injuries?
Sex related injuries.
Yeah.
I probably pulled my back a little bit. Like, nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. I've been pretty good, maybe have some wrist issues, but
Wrist issues.
my throat a little sore, like
Okay, I got it. So you have the wrist issues from all the constant hair cutting.
that's
You're
it.
cutting
Yeah.
up scissors, the sore throat, that's from breathing in the
Yeah.
the hair follicles that like you're cutting off it. So yeah, I can understand
Yeah.
Makes
fully
sense.
where those injuries
Makes
are
sense.
coming from. So Jeff, what do you think? What do you think? You think we should go into AI insane? We already did Smash or Dash. You think we should go in? All right,
Hey,
let's
if it's
do it.
anywhere as good as the last time,
Yeah.
absolutely.
All right, so we do a segment on here called AI Insane. Of course, what I do is I go online and I find a bunch of insane AI generated photos. We show them on the screen and we talk about them. So, this episode's AI Insane is titled "Robocop Gets an Oil Change." Robocop gets an oil change. So let me get these ready, and then I'm going to show these on the screen, and we're going to talk about what's going on in these photos. So this is AI's interpretation of RoboCop getting an oil change with a handful of photos, and we're going to go through them. So this is AI insane. RoboCop getting an oil change. So this is the first one of RoboCop getting the oil change. So of course you see him here, and, like I'm not really sure. Like this guy's raising him up, so I guess this is like he's self oil changing here. Like you can see that it's like flowing, just dripping, like outside. Like I would imagine I've met people in my life that have been this wet, like to where they've dripped out. Like
Yeah.
Jesus.
Last Monday night, that was a
and then there's this one, which of course
oh
Jesus
has
Christ.
yes, this hot chick
wow.
where he's mounting the car, and then you have No Face Man right here in the background. Like AI always has this weird thing of people with weird faces. So, but is it really oil though? Like I don't know. I feel like he drank too much Coca Cola, and this
That's
might
what it
just be
looks like.
soda.
And she's disgusted. I don't know if she's into it or she's disgusted. Either or.
That's the thing. How does RoboCop fuck? RoboCop has to be able to fuck. Like how does that work? Is it kind of like from dusk till dawn? He hits something and like this little like penis comes out, like just
Why would it be
It has to be like me.
yeah. Murphy reporting for
Blue.
duty. And then there's this one right here, which this isn't even changing his oil. It looks like this guy's just thoroughly enjoying himself, and the way that RoboCop is just positioning
Him
him.
and Captain Morgan.
Yeah.
No. If you think about it, though, RoboCop can use that radar to hit that G spot, ladies.
Oh, yeah.
Zeroing right in.
Smash.
And then there's these two guys right there just kind of chilling as this is happening. So there's that one. And then there's this one right here, which has a little bit of like sludge. Like this looks like this might be a little bit of RoboCop period happening right here. Like,
I think he needs to go to the doctor.
Yeah,
Something going on there.
I think RoboCop may have a yeast infection. I don't know. Like I've never myself had a yeast infection, but this may be a robotic version, AI interpretation of RoboCop's yeast infection. So
He would be dragging his stuff on the ground if he had a yeast infection. Trust me.
That's from him
It
being
is
a
not
dirty
pleasant.
slut. And then there's this one right here of RoboCop.
It kind of looks like a dick.
Like that bucket's not gonna do. Like, what is it with all these buckets? And like, I feel like that they like let him leak his fluids everywhere, and then they put the bucket down. Like the bucket's not down beforehand. They're always like, oh, they're misjudging the bucket sizes. Like
It's a pre. He did a pre thing. Like a,
yeah.
I like the normal shoes. Go back to that picture real quick. Look at the shoes.
What's up? Here, let
Go
me
back to that last picture. Look at his
let me
shoes.
move this. Oh yeah, he is
Like
wearing.
that's not a RoboCop shoe. What the hell is that?
those are non-slip kitchen shoes. Those are Walmart special.
I'm looking like what?
Non-slip shoes.
RoboCop has come on to hard times. He's now shopping at Family Dollar. Like, and now he has his regular like robot feet again, and like I
Yeah.
guess so he has his attached to him, so I guess he's refilling here. This is him refilling, and this guy's just like, yeah, Robo, I'm just pointing. Like, there's always a mess here. Like, these are
Right.
like the dirtiest, like the messiest mechanics I've ever seen in
Yeah.
my entire life. Someone's gonna like break their skull open, and then there's okay. So is
Oh,
that the first one? Yeah, that's the first one again. So it went back to the first. So that is our AI insane with RoboCop gets an oil change. So
God.
um and
one guy in there in those pictures was really into RoboCop. If you
Yeah.
noticed,
Oh
yes.
yeah.
he
Well,
was feeling it.
see, I'm always curious on what the people type because you need to be specific with AI because if not, AI will just kind of go on a rampage and do whatever it wants. Like you need to be like RoboCop sitting seductively on a car with oil flowing out
Oh,
like
that one.
like he has a yeast infection or something like that. I don't know. Like it's weird. It's odd how that works. And AI, like it's reminding me, George Carlin. We just showed George Carlin. They actually someone did like a George Carlin special
Oh wow.
AI recently, and his estate sued those people because they're like, no, like that's not really him. Like, what are you doing? Like you're making money off this. And it was actually what was the guy? He was from Mad TV. It was his podcast that did that, and they were like, "Yeah, we're not having that, man. This just isn't happening at all." So Jess, of course, this is the Happy Hour podcast. So first, do you drink? And if
Yes.
you drink, what do you?
Wait, did I?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
yes. So I am on a
Whatever you're asking, yes, I do it.
Yes.
binger right now. So what is your go-to?
So I do. So I've had weight loss surgery, so I can't drink anything with a lot of sugar, and I can't drink stuff with a lot of carbonation. And beer's out of the question because of the, makes your stomach swell. So I have found that the Bud Light seltzers,
Yeah.
tie dyes are really good. So I
Nice.
do that, and then I'll take shots. I love Tito's too.
Really? Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Can you do seltzer?
This
Not
these
seltzer.
seltzers
So fuck. You just said seltzer. Can you do cider? That's what I meant to say.
um, it depends if it's sugary or
Yeah,
not.
sugar.
Okay, because
Yeah.
this is the
Yeah.
one that we had. This is our current figure, and it's 1911 sangria flavored cider,
That sounds
and it has like a sweetness scale, and this is like level 3 out of 6.
I love sangria too.
Yeah. So
So do
yeah,
I.
so it's good.
Sangria
Look
is so
for it.
good.
It's handcrafted in New York. So what area are you out of?
I am at Tampa, Florida.
Yeah, but okay, so you might be able to find it down in Tampa. So just look up Beacon Skiff. So of course, shout out to 1911 Sangria Cider. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get into our featured shot, which I wasn't able to do because our lovely guest came in. So I'm going to get into that real quick. And for those of you who know of Truly Cider, speaking of cider, Truly now does vodka. So Truly vodka.
Really?
So
Yeah, that's awesome.
this one is the wild berry flavor. Of course, we had Bacardi rum for the last 2 months, and that was very rough to do as just a shot. Make sure you mix Bacardi with things because drinking it pure is a stupid idea. And so this is actually a relief. So I'm going to go ahead and drink some of this fruitiness right here, and then we're going to get into some more fun stuff. So let me just go ahead and pour this on here. And yeah, Jess, we'll definitely have you back in the future. Normally, a lot of our guests come back, or even if you want to come back and just hang out.
Tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Oh, just hang. Hey, I'll be I'll be a sidekick.
There we go. That's good. That's good stuff. So, what we also do, we get into the weird news articles also. So, do you by any chance do you have like an Oculus, like a like have you used a VR headset? Okay. So you know what VR stuff is through an Oculus. Of course, I get it. I mainly use it for porn. I was going to do games.
Okay, wait, what? You do? Wait, what?
You heard it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's my daughter has 2 of them. I need to grab one, I guess.
Yes, VR porn is insane. But I came across an article that said the metaverse cops are investigating virtual gang rape. Okay, so I don't. So it says British police are moving into uncharted waters with a new investigation. They're looking for an alleged gang rape in a virtual reality game. The landmark investigation involves a group of avatars allegedly raping a girl's avatar in the metaverse and what is believed to be the first probe of its kind, according to. How in the fuck do you rape somebody in the metaverse? There's no way. There's no way.
So my daughter plays a game, and like I actually went in and I put her Oculus on one day, and it was dark, and I go, what are you doing on here? I go, I want to see it, like turn it on. And she goes, no, it should be on. And I put it back on, and she had, like, I looked down so I could see my feet, and I had these hooker heels on. Whoa. And I'm like, wait, what is this? What am I looking at? And I looked in, like, it looked like I was in Vegas, but I was in a suite.
Yeah.
Like, and I could look out, and I looked at the window, and I saw this, like, she's gonna be a furry, by the way. It was like a woof hat thing, and she was really pretty, but she had lingerie on, and I was like, oh damn, I think I have that outfit. She's like, what? And I go, who the hell is this? That's my avatar. I was like, really? So they do have, like, I don't know what chat, it's a chat or something, and they can go in and they can hang out with people.
I forgot what it was called. I did a lot of those when I first started or whatever, but like honestly, like it sucks because my wife got me the Oculus and like I played the shit out of it. And there was a game called Drunken Bar Fight, which I loved, but I kept on hitting, like, we live in a smaller townhouse. So I kept on, there was one night I punched the TV, I punched the brick wall. Like I just, like, because you're sitting there and you're just like fucking throwing shit at people. And like I'm fucking going nuts, and I ended up just knocking shit over. This shelf leans behind me. It forever leans because I hit that by accident. So, it just kind of says I want to get back into playing it because there's a lot of good games for it. I know one is Arizona Sunshine 2, which is you and like zombies and like all that shit.
I think we got that one.
And there's a Wild Walking Dead game that they have as well that's pretty wild on that. And I heard they're supposed to be releasing Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God.
Be fucking chaos.
Wow.
Absolute. Could you imagine?
No, you go into the strip club?
Yeah. Yeah. Could you imagine Grand Theft Auto? Like, you thought me playing the game regular and driving around and picking up prostitutes and letting them do their deed and then driving to a dark alley and brutally massacring them in the game like, was bad. Wait until I can do that in virtual reality.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know how many times in that game I was like, I'm going to Jack the Ripper mode. And it would be insane because you would sit there and you would pull up and there'd be a dead prostitute right here. And they'd walk up to your car and still talk to you. And I'm like, okay, I just killed Susan right here, but Betty's walking over here. Okay, we're gonna do this. Yeah, it's insane.
You still gotta make that money.
Like that.
Right, yeah, gotta make. Gotta take those risks.
You know.
Gotta make that cash.
Yes.
The worst he could do is kill me.
Yeah. And did you guys hear? And this is a little bit of a sidebar. Did you guys hear that Wendy's is doing surge pricing, like Uber does?
Yeah.
Like, what? How?
No way.
Yeah, somebody's gonna end up paying $400 for a cheeseburger. Like, how the fuck do you do surge pricing? Like, what does that actually mean? Like, so okay, so between the hours of 3 and 5, you're gonna pay $27 for a thing of fries, but between like 12 and 2, you're only gonna pay $22 because that's how fucking much fast food is now. Like I thought of an idea a while ago that if a fast food place wants to make bank, what they should do is they should go to, it's 2004, they should one day out of every month go to 1994 pricing.
Yes.
Watch how much money they make because people will swarm that place for 1994 prices. Because you would be getting a value meal for like $3 and you get like 1 million people in at $3. There you go. Like you're making the money back right there. So
what was the cheapest fast food place?
What's up?
When you think of like fast food, what's the cheapest place you can think of? Like late at night.
Now or then?
Yeah.
now.
I was just saying, because then it was Taco Bell, 49
Yeah.
cent
Okay,
taco.
no, it's Taco Bell still. So Taco
Still
Bell is
Taco
not
Bell.
cheap. It's not cheap though.
Not anymore. You're
Not
like
anymore.
$1.49 or $1.59
Yeah.
taco, or it used
Yeah.
to be 49 cents.
I
And
used
you
to
would
be able to
make
get a
bank,
grande
dude. You
meal
would
for like I
load.
used to be able to get a grande meal for like $5.
Yeah,
Now I
no
get a
more.
grande meal for
The
like
days of that is over.
$36.
You would eat yourself to death, like a
Yeah.
taco coma. I would get like 20 of them.
Yeah.
You know
One
what I
of
mean?
everything on the menu.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know how many
And it'll cost
drunken
you
nights
15 bucks.
we
Yes.
we victimized Taco Bell almost as much as we victimized the Denny's that I got a lifetime ban from. Like that's
Oh, no.
just the way that it worked. And I mean, to be fair, I outlived that lifetime ban because that Denny's is now closed. So fuck you, Denny's. That's the way that that works. So, but no,
Got you, Denny's.
we would go through Taco Bell and we would have like a sunroof, and my buddy would get completely naked and order the food, and then he would take the food from the person naked and just be like, thank you, and then just slowly emerge back down into his car and drive away. Like there's been so many times that we've woken up in the bed with Taco Bell in the bed with us because we would just be laying in bed just
Wait, how many guys were in that bed?
Right.
a handful because
And
we would end up cock blocking ourselves, and then we would just lay in
Ah,
bed sad, and then we would just wake up with our
Telling
head
each
on each
other
other's
the
shoulders, and we'd just be like
where was naked guy at while you guys were laying in bed with tacos?
he was
laying
the
in bed naked.
Oh, okay.
with the burrito.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
yes. He was laying there and he made his own burrito, and he's just like, guys, look at my burrito. And it's just like, no.
It's
We're-
big beef burrito
yeah.
with extra sour cream.
And Jeff, I think you were here for the story when I told this. The same friend that I had that had his face tattooed on our other friend's ass.
Yeah.
From the strip club. I thought of a story of him earlier. We were out at the bar, and he was infamous for just leaving the bar, just walking away, and like he would get lost in the streets. And there would be times that we would call people to come get us. And we'd be like, hey, Bobby, where are you? And he's like, I don't know. I'm on a road. Well, what road are you? I don't know. There's trees. Motherfucker, tell us what fucking trees. Tell us where you are. And he's like, I don't. So we would end up drunk driving around for hours looking for his sorry ass. And he'd be right around the fucking corner, just sitting on a bench or some shit like that. And I'd be like, you cocksucker. Yeah. And Jess, I don't know if you have a crew like that, but I come from a crew of, if you've ever seen the movie The Hangover, we had nights like that almost daily.
Oh my God. Someone's tattooed face, tigers, all
Yeah,
kinds of
like
shit, babies being stolen.
Get
Yeah.
punched out by Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one of the stories, and I told this just recently, Jeff heard it once and Rune heard it once. Our one friend got drunk, and our one buddy had his face. He paid for the tattoo that our friend got in a strip club from some unlicensed tattoo artist. And he had his face tattooed on his ass. And then at one point, he went to jail with our friend's face tattooed on his ass and a set of dice tattooed on his nuts. So just
Oh my God.
visualize how that works out when you're in prison, because it couldn't have worked out that well. So
But small town, right? Where are you from? Like what area?
I am in Baltimore.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in Baltimore, and
nice.
Jeff is in Philadelphia.
Okay. Right
Yeah.
on.
So we see a lot of crazy shit. Baltimore, I don't know what's worse, Baltimore or Philadelphia. I haven't figured. A lot of murders, a lot of combined murders. A lot of messed up. And you said you're in Florida, so you have
So you hear Florida stories all the time.
a
So
elusive Florida man that just does whatever the hell he wants whenever the hell he wants. So
yeah.
yeah. So what we're gonna do real quick, Jess, you still have a little bit of time to hang out?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take a break real quick. We're gonna take about a 4-minute break. We're gonna play some ads from some of our friends, and then when we come back, we're gonna get into our game segment. So that's always really fun. Handful of games that we play. So what we're gonna do, for those of you watching us here on YouTube Live, and for those of you watching us, of course, on Roku and Fire TV, we're gonna take a quick 4-minute or so break, and we will be back with Jess the Naughty Stylist right here on Happy Hour Podcast. Where did I drop this?
This thing's still on.
All right, so you know what? Actually, I realized, and this is another reason why I want to do the tape stuff, is that where I saved my ads did not save to the actual um the actual thing. So we're gonna keep on going then.
Right?
And that is what happens when you are live. Stuff like that happens when you are live. So, but anyways, because I can just edit that stuff in when we're taped because more often than not, I save it to a folder. I'm like, which fucking folder? I'm like, oh, great. The port that my mic is plugged into is where my external hard drive is normally plugged
Oh
into.
Oh,
And I
no.
can't unplug the mic to retrieve them. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get into our game segment, Oh the Humanity. So um pretty much what we're going to do is we're going to play a series of games. And Jess, the first one is called Extreme Personal Questions. So it has two questions, question A and question B. And you don't know which one you're going to get until you choose A or B. So do you feel like question A or question B is the lucky question?
I'll go with B.
B. All right, so B. What is the most offensive thing you have ever sent to someone via email or regular mail?
Offensive?
Yes.
Oh God. Okay, so my stepdaughter, I would send my dog's assholes to her, take pictures of them, and send them to her. It's a joke. So it's like I had a kitty cat, so I send his asshole to her, and then she started sending her dog's asshole. Yeah, that's probably the only.
I did not see that coming.
I did
Yeah,
not see that coming. That is one of the best things I've ever heard in my
yeah,
life.
just randomly. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's fun.
that that is amazing. I need to do that to somebody. And that's the thing, like the crew that I grew up with, like we've all like have parted ways. But if I would have known about that 15 years ago, oh my God, I would have sent so many random dog assholes to my friends
Yeah,
for
You
my
should
no
do it
reason at
still.
all.
my
Do it
brother,
just randomly. Haven't talked to you in forever. Here's a dog's asshole.
yeah, my brother and his buddies send dicks.
See?
They send dicks all the time, and I'm in the middle of this chat, and it's like there's
Dicks or
nonstop
dog
dick.
dicks? Because there's a
Yeah,
difference.
regular dicks. But I mean, don't give me the idea. If you guys are watching dog dicks, we're just kidding around. Fuck, here we go. Get ready
That's
for a
illegal
phone.
in 50 states.
You're right, exactly. Stick the. I never thought
Now,
I'd say this, but stick to human dicks.
now that leaves us with question A. So, Jess, now what you get to do is you get to choose myself or Jeff to answer question A.
All right, Jeff, I want you to answer A.
Fuck.
All right, Jeff, you're always a popular one for getting the other question. So, who who would who would you most want as a same gender sex partner within your friend group and why?
Oh,
Oh,
sweet Jesus.
yeah.
Oh, so friend groups where I could actually cheat this a little bit. And if she hears this, she's gonna be pissed off. But of course, Jewel from the Ocean, my co-host, because even though she's a chick, we've got a lot of things we share in common mentally. She's cool. So I mean, if she had to turn to a dude, I'm down with that. She's gonna fucking hate me when she sees this. So I swear to God, she will.
Now you said Joel. Now it does say same gender sex partner.
Also, it has to be a dude.
So do you have a same?
Oh, I thought I could turn her into a dude, or she would
Yeah.
become a dude. Oh,
Yeah.
so do I have a dude now? Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Out of your like friend, like I know right off, like one of my my best friend I've had from high school. I was like, it would totally be him, mainly because he would hate it as much as I did, and that's why I would pick him.
All right, I'm gonna choose my boy Christian because, like you said, he would hate it more than I would, and if he watches this, he'll probably just show up at my house and probably
You,
kick my ass. But Christian, you're in, bud.
you know what's funny?
Yeah,
My high school best friend's name is Chris, and that's short for Christian. So it's funny how that works. Like, we're just kind of like, all right, Christian, let's do this.
I can't imagine. I mean, I'm more shocked by dog assholes than the phrase Christian, let's do this. I'm worried about that. I really am.
So the next game is Never Have I Ever. So Never Have I Ever is 3 random cards I drew out of the deck. If you've done it, take a drink or raise your hand. If you want to give an explanation, you can. If not, we will not hate you for it. So the first one is Never have I ever slept through my stop and woken up at the end of line. I'm guessing that means on a bus.
Or train. Well, yeah.
Yeah, or train.
Oh, you know what? I do that. I do that. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
You said you did do that?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
How
It was
many
really
men?
like a trolley and Ybor, so that's more of the party area.
okay.
So you take it and they drop you off at certain areas. Yeah.
How many pictures of yourself do you think men took that day while you're sleeping on the train?
Oh, probably a ton. I'm probably like internet famous.
The
All
train follies.
mouth
Yeah.
breathing and everything, drooling.
Yeah.
You know.
That wasn't drool. That
Oh
wasn't
no, it probably wasn't.
because some idiot was like, oh, look, watch the picture I'm gonna take. And then you wake up and
Yeah.
you're like,
So,
why is
well,
this drool so frosty? What? What?
Why is it sticky?
What's stuck
Why
in
is it crunchy?
a lot of crunchy. This
it?
drool is so crunchy.
What is oh God, what is this?
It's something about Mary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Here. Like, hey, where's your job?
what is so the next one
It's
is
not
never have
bad.
I ever used LinkedIn to try to hook up with someone. Never have I ever used LinkedIn to try to hook up. Who would use LinkedIn?
I don't know, a business professional, I guess. That would be smart though, right?
Yeah, I guess maybe if it's your coworker, like you're just like kind of like Samantha, look, I want to smash. Like, and you
It's
feel
close.
every time we're near the water cooler, that I want to drain myself like I drain that water cooler every time I use it. Yeah, I don't know.
I want to spray you like a girl that fell asleep on the trolley car.
There you go.
I
Yeah.
want you to fall asleep on a trolley car, and I want to sit next to you, and then I want us to never speak of it ever again. So the last one is never have I ever shipped weed to a friend in another state. Never have I ever shipped weed to a friend in another state. So I kind of have half done that. I did not ship weed to a friend in another state, but my best friend, the one that's always in question, that does all the crazy shit, he was a Marine. And that kind of explains also why why he was so insane. He was insane beforehand. He came back even more insane. But we used to take mouthwash and we would dump half of it out and we would put vodka into the mouthwash
Ah.
up and like all kinds of other random things and send it to them when they would get over there because mouthwash has that kind of like alcohol type smell and we perfected it to a craft like we like fucking what was it Breaking Bad this shit
I was just
enough
gonna
to where
say.
like
Oh,
it
shit.
fucking smelled just like fucking mouthwash but it was almost pure vodka and we were like yeah like this like this is the way it is. And you
Did
drink
you
it, it's
did you
just
cook
like,
it in a trailer too, or like?
yeah, oh yeah.
Mix
We
it
had it
with
all bacon,
beakers and
like
shit.
cauldron, just a big cauldron. And like but we didn't use that weird like gold, that gold Listerine that you get. It's
Oh,
like
that's
fucking kind. Like you sit there, like I don't know how anybody does that. How does that anybody out there? How do you drink the gold mouthwash? It is the like I'd rather would eat probably literal shit than drink the gold mouthwash because it is fucking terrible. Like the purple's not bad, the green, the blue, whatever. The blue I am convinced is like the toilet bowl cleaner shit because that's exactly what it fucking looks like. But yeah, the gold, no bueno on the gold.
no way.
Mm.
Oof.
So, Jess, what we're going to do, of course, there is a game on here and that is a staple of this show. It is called Incoherent. So, what we do is every year, shout out to Johnny Goodluck and Jupiter Jetson. They are respective 2022 and 2023 HHPod Rumble champions. What we do is we take this game, and every June we invite back 30 former guests who perform well at this game. Invite them back. We give them 30-second and 15-second intervals to answer these cards. And whoever is the last one standing, we send out an authentic, legitimate championship belt to the winner and they are crowned our HHPod champion. So, what it is the series of cards are in drunken lingo. So it's kind of good that you have a little bit of something to drink. You need to sound them out and figure out what they say. One or two things are going to happen. You're going to get them like that, or your brain's going to shut down fully. You're not going to know what the card says. So, let me get these ready. We're going to get these up here and we will start Incoherent right now. So, what do you think that card says?
I warned Dorothy.
And there are hints too. So if you need a hint, let me know.
I want. All right, hit me.
One of the hints is kiss, kiss.
I want your lips.
Yes, it is. I
Yes.
want your
Oh
lips.
my god.
Another hint was setting the mood. So what do you think this one says?
Oh, I know that one.
I'm a virgin. I'm a virgin. I'm a virgin.
One of the hints is no sex. The other one is still waiting to get lucky.
I'm a virgin.
Oh, you guys are like,
All right, I can't. I don't know it.
What do you think? Are you tapping out?
I'm a.
One of the ways to say it is say it out loud, fast, and kind of with a southern accent.
No, I don't know it.
Jeff, what do you think?
something I don't want to admit to Jess the stylist, but I'm a virgin.
It is I'm a virgin.
Wait, nuh-uh.
Yeah,
You-
I'm a virgin.
yeah. Hi, merge Hurchin. I'm her.
I'm
Oh,
And you kind of you actually said it
yeah,
without.
you were like there. You pretty much
I was
laid it out.
there,
like,
but
oh.
not there.
And here's the last one. What do you think this one is?
Oh, I know that one. Got it. Wow.
Jeez, Jeff.
I'm shocked by myself tonight.
Jeff's autism is showing tonight. Damn.
Sensitive nipples.
One of the hints is delicate boobs.
Sensitive. Something nipples.
The last word is nipples.
Yeah. Sensitive nipples.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Woo!
Good stuff. So that is incoherent.
You're
Yeah,
better at that than
okay.
you think because
Yeah.
you sounded out a lot of words real clear. So you're actually pretty good.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's the thing. And Jess, if you feel like you want to come back for the HHPod Rumble, we would love to have
Oh,
you.
I love games. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That will be in June. So I'll reach out to you about that. Now imagine trying to do that, but with a 30-second interval. Like you need to boom, answer, boom, answer, boom, answer. And then if you make it through the first round, it goes to 15 seconds. And it just keeps on going until there's one person left out of the 30. And Jeff, you saw both championship belts that I sent out to Jupiter and Johnny. I'm in the process of having a duplicate done of Jupiter's so I can take it to our local events. And have people so people can pose with the belt. But the same guy who did that belt behind me, which is one of my legitimate pro wrestling championships that I won, does the belt, and I send it out to the winner and they can display it, do whatever with it. It's theirs for, winning that. So
it is stress-filled bedlam. It is so damn stressful.
Yes, it is so stressful. It is amazing. So what we're gonna do now is let me just make sure I count all these out and make sure they're right. We're going to get into the last part of this, which is Cards Against Humanity. So, have you ever played Cards Against Humanity?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
So, what we're going to do is we're going to we can't have a deck of cards in front of you. So, we do it roulette style. So, I'm going to read off the face card. And then you're going to choose a number between 1 and 6 to randomly answer that card. If you don't like it, you get 2 rebuttals to try again. So, all right. So this first one, 6 cards randomly drawn out of the deck. What would Grandma find disturbing yet oddly charming? 1 through 6.
3.
3. All right. So 3. What would Grandma find disturbing yet oddly charming? A homoerotic volleyball montage. So do you like
Grandma's
that?
into some freaky shit.
Choose another. Do you want to rebuttal and choose another, or are you going to hold with that?
No, that was pretty good. I like that
Like
one.
that?
Yeah.
All right, all
Yeah.
right. There were a lot of bangers in that, by the way. So
Oh,
those,
there was.
yeah, those extra 5 cards will now go for the next episode. So those will go right there. So we're going to do another one. So this one actually has 2 answers. So Jeff, we're going to have you answer the second one. So this one is an international tribunal has found blank guilty of blank. All randomly drawn cards 1 through 8. Jess will let you go first.
Let's do 7.
7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So there's that one. And Jeff, what about you?
Let's go with 1. Let's go right to the beginning.
Okay. So an international tribunal has found Hillary Clinton's death stare guilty of a robust mongoloid. Are you guys fine with those answers, or do either one of you or both of you want to rebuttal and choose a different card?
Which one was which? Because I kind of like that Hillary Clinton's.
I like the Hillary Clinton one, so I'll keep mine.
Jess went first. That was hers. So Hillary
Okay.
There was that. Robust mongoloid was yours, Jeff.
We're changing that.
All right,
Yeah.
you're going to change that. So what number
Yes.
do you want? 1 through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 through 6.
Let's go with 6.
6.
Because it rhymes with pigs.
So, an international tribunal has found Hillary Clinton's death stare guilty of a soulful rendition of Old Man River. So, are you going to hold with that, or do you want to use the last rebuttal?
Jess, what do you think? Change it up one more
Yeah,
time?
change it out.
Yeah, one more
Yeah,
time.
I think we can do better. Yeah,
Whatever you get now is going to be what holds Jeff, because Jess held on hers. So, what do you think? 1 through 6.
Oh, I'm praying for a Monica Lewinsky card. Please, no. Let's go 2.
2. All right. So, an international tribunal has found Hillary Clinton's death stare guilty of Harry Potter erotica.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Not too bad. Not too
Absolutely.
bad.
There's that. So, of course, when you get like the dual answer one, and then, of course, with Cards Against Humanity, it's one of those games where a lot of times you get cards that you call throwaway cards or whatever. And like sometimes I end up drawing them out of the deck and I'm like, well, this is what was randomly drawn, but sometimes they end up working as well. So,
Yeah.
but that is our Ode to Humanity segment. Jess, thank you for taking part in our Ode to Humanity segment. So what we're going to do, we're going to get into lately I found a list, and it is a list compiled of 800 terms for the penis. We've been going through alphabetically over a series of episodes, and we've been talking about them, and we've been asking our guests, have you ever heard of any of these names for the penis? So let me get down to where we are. I'm trying to remember where we left off at in the last episode. So let's see. I think we were in L. So let's see. So, all right. So yeah. So we left off last time with leak. Leak, L-E-E-K was the last one we left off with. So now we're going to start with number 276, which is leg. Have you ever heard of anybody consider their dick a leg?
A third leg.
Oh my God.
It does make sense.
Yeah.
So leg makes sense with that. So
Yes.
the next one is leg of lamb. Have you ever anybody go, I'm going to give you my leg of lamb tonight?
No, absolutely not.
Would that work at
That's
all?
weird.
Would that work at all?
After that is leg of mutton. So this is different. This is different.
Leg of mutton.
But now leg of mutton. Have you heard of anybody say, hey, look, the leg of mutton is ready to go?
No, that's they make shit up. I'm telling you.
Some of these ones on this list, I know Matt from Scissor Fist, when he does it, he's pissed. There was one on here that wasn't on here, and I forgot what it was. And he's like, how could that word not be on here? And I don't know who made this list, but some of them are quite interesting. The next one is, they're on the leg thing. I don't know what the next one is. Leggy, Leggy, leggy. I have a leggy penis. Like, I feel like that, like you have a dick, but it has like its own legs, so it's kind of like a leggy dick. Like it has its own legs.
Runaway dick.
Sit out. Yeah.
If my dick had legs, it would travel all across the country every night.
Right?
I'd be sleeping
back in the morning when you woke up, though.
Yeah. Where have we been? Never
Yeah.
mind.
Man, the L's aren't as great as what some of these other ones were. So the next one is lemon. Have you ever heard of anybody like? I guess like a lemon would be like a bad dick. Like you know how you get like a car,
Like a
and
lemon car. Yeah,
like yeah, like this dick is a lemon. Get off of me! Don't mount me anymore. This dick is a lemon. Like what the fuck? So, and then the next one after that is lemon drop. Would you like the flavor? Would you
Oh,
like to taste my lemon drop? Like, yes. So lemon drop is that one. And then after that is length. Length. Have you heard anybody say my dick is the length? Length or lengthy? So it's 282 and 283. So I'm gonna put those together, length and lengthy. That doesn't make
about
sense.
the same. Yeah.
And then there's Leo. Have you ever heard anybody call their dick Leonardo DiCaprio? There's Leo.
Never let go, Jack. Never let go.
Jess, never let go.
Yeah. And then there is Leosaurus. A Leosaurus. I guess it's Leonardo DiCaprio is a dinosaur. So, yes.
Well, I'm just gonna call every dick a Leosaurus now. So that's just where that's gonna do it. Can I get that Leosaurus?
Yes,
Oh,
man.
We're going to go through a couple more because some of the ones at the top suck. So we're going to go through.
No offense, Ray, but it's a lot better when Jess says Leosaurus than when you say it.
Yes. Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
you gotta do.
It suddenly becomes great when she says it.
After
You're like, yeah, no, I didn't hear it, but now I do.
Right now, yeah, I totally hear it.
Now I do.
My Leosaurus is banging against the table.
after Leosaurus is leper. Who would call their like? So you have a leprosy penis? Who would
No,
call
we'll pass.
your
It's
dick
gonna be
a
a hard
leper?
pass for me.
Yeah, like no, like fuck that shit. Like I don't want a leper dick. Like no. And then after that is Leroy. Have you met Leroy? I'm gonna introduce you to Leroy right now. So
That just sounds like a big old,
yeah,
Leroy.
Greasy, grizzly.
it's a big old meat stick. Like
Yeah,
that's Leroy the meat. Leroy. the meat-
Leroy.
Yeah. And then after that is Leviathan. Oh, that's a cool one. Leviathan. Oh man.
Man, I'm glad I'm not having any more kids because that's the name I would have went with right there.
And then number 289 is libido. Libido. Well, no,
Well,
wait.
that's just
Yeah, like I don't know about libido for. Yeah, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not accepting it. I'm not gonna.
no. You have a libido. You don't. Your dick's
Right.
not a libido. I don't know.
I
That's
mean,
not-
well,
well, I guess.
instead of AI generated, we have libido generated.
There you go.
Of course, this is the Happy Hour podcast. What do you think is the wildest night you've had of drinking that you can recall?
I don't think I remember.
Isn't
No,
it-
I do. So I would go to. I was underage, and I used a girl's ID that I used to work with at Walmart, and I'd go to a place called Masquerade in Ybor, and it was sink or swim, so cheap liquor or whatever, and I would have people like get me drinks or whatever. I woke up in the parking garage, in a parking space, like on the ground, not in my car, just like.
Were you perfectly parked though? Were you in between the
Oh
lines?
yeah.
No, my lesbian friend Misty went and got I had a little Honda Civic stick. She
Yeah.
didn't know how to drive stick. The security and cops were like trying to wake me up. She pulled up, stalled my car, and they're like, "You need to get her out of here." So I got in the car, and she's driving, doing this the whole time, and I'm like, "Whoop." Yeah. It was a mess. It was bad.
Man.
So you weren't perfectly parked in the spot. So that
No,
means
my body was though. I was.
That's what I
I
meant.
was
Yeah,
in
you're
the spot.
perfect.
well, you're over the lines and you wake up and your legs are just crushed because you fell asleep in the spot, but your legs were over where there was a car sitting. And I guess when they leave, they just run your
Roll
legs.
back over.
And then you have Gumby legs for the rest of your life because you're just like, oh my God, I fell asleep. Did you wake up that day with drool on your face that day also? Because it probably also, like, there may have been some random homeless that just walked up and just was like, oh, look at this one right here.
Oh man. I don't even know how I got there. That's how bad it was. Like
Really?
don't remember it.
Wow. When I go down to Tampa to get this beard done, I am taking you out for drinks.
Absolutely.
Is it bad that now that I brought up the homeless guy, that like I always like wanted to do a parody of bum fights with bum fucks, and like you know how like they would go around and they would find random homeless guys and they would have them fight, and it's like, why not just take people around and find random homeless people and just have them fuck? And that's
I've
just
seen that before. I know.
it's
So the
that's
problem
like I
is
live in Philly. No, well, no,
Yeah, no.
like, but some fucked up porn studio would
they
take one
did
of
it,
the
I'm
girls.
sure.
All right, look,
Yeah, I'm sure they don't.
here's this guy right here that's completely covered in filth.
Ooh,
We're gonna have you fuck him. Like,
Oh,
that
just
would be like a shower and a haircut, and they'd
oh,
have to do
God.
dip them.
no,
No,
yeah. He
yeah,
just comes in and they're like, all right, look, you need to shower him, you need to shave him, you need to cut his hair.
And then make him look homeless.
Yes. And then you
I have
need
stipulations. We cannot do this. Yeah,
Yeah, don't sell yourself short, Jess. Damn it.
yeah.
no, no.
So Jess, of course, you're all tatted up. What out of all your work, and this is just for me because I have probably about 40 to 50 tattoos myself. What is your favorite out of all the ones?
The chest piece is badass.
I like my chest. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
chest
do like
piece is
it.
badass.
But I like leopard print. I don't know if you can tell because
Yeah,
I have leopard.
yeah.
I have leopard on my arm, but like I have leopard print all over my arm. I like
Oh.
that too.
Nice.
But my chest is probably my favorite.
Did that
It's
hurt
also
like,
my favorite.
right there when they were
It
doing
would
that?
right. It hurt like up in here,
Okay.
but right in here, like I sat through the whole thing. We did it in one sitting, so
Okay.
like it wasn't bad.
Did you have a
Nice.
dude tattoo it? Like, how shaky is his arm?
No, it was a girl that did
Oh,
it.
okay.
Oh, she's so amazing. Yeah, she's in Nashville now.
Oh, wow.
I give
Yeah.
you credit for going through 2 sessions with that because I'm getting my entire back done. And I've been like, it's been session after session. I think when I had it drawn up, he said it would probably be about 15, 16 sessions on my back.
Wow.
Everything
Jesus.
that's going on. I have a big giant Friday the 13th piece on my back.
Oh wow.
Pretty cool.
And
My
it's like
daughter
all
would
kinds
love
like Jason squeezing a guy's head and his eyes flying out. Like, and I do have room kind of on my lower back, kind of in like what I like to consider the tramp stamp area where
see,
like there's
yeah.
nothing at. So he's gonna add on when we're done the lake. He's gonna add in Crystal
Crystal
Lake right
Lake?
there. So and at the
Oh.
top, it hasn't been added yet, is the Crystal Lake sign. There's a mask, like there was a poster where he's tearing through, like on one of the movie covers, he's tearing through with a knife. There's that, and you see his mask coming through that part also. So yeah, and then also him with the axe. I don't know how familiar you are with the movies, but there was
Yeah.
one of my favorite scenes in part 7 where he drove an axe through a girl's head and then he threw her across the living room and she slid across the table and took out the TV. And I have him with the axe raised above his head, like there also. And then like I have like this arm is pretty much almost all done going up here. Like I have like all kinds of course, like skulls and like rope and like just all kinds of just horror oriented
Yeah, that's awesome.
going on. And then I have my calf done, which is a big American flag with my dad's boots and his helmet. Yeah, he was
Aw.
he had in his Purple Heart stuff. Then one for my dog down on my lower ankle and all that stuff. But yeah, it's crazy because everybody always says once you get one tattoo, it spirals out of control.
My
And-
wife
does.
wants one every week. Like, every week, she's going to
Yeah.
get a tat. I'm like, damn. She's got like, I think like 7 or 8.
Yeah, well, I mean, I said I have like as many as I do because like all mine, like it looks like I have sleeves, but all mine were done like pieces at a
Pieces.
time. So like there's a lot of little pieces that were added in and stuff like that. So then when you count in from my back, I asked about that because I'm probably gonna have stuff done across here eventually because eventually I'm gonna run out of arm room because there's still like I need to have right here done. I have a big giant, one of my favorite ones too. Hold on, let me.
Yeah, take it off. Woo!
right.
Ow!
Is a big
Uncensored.
kraken
Oh,
attack.
that's awesome. I
Yeah,
see.
so you
That's
can
awesome.
see like the Kraken, he's in purple and all that. And that
Hurt like a bitch, didn't it?
that was probably one of the worst ones I had done. Like the outline was done before COVID started, and then I couldn't get back to have it finished until everything opened back up. So when he was doing all the coloring and that waterwork and all that, like it was like ground fucking beef. Like
It's
absolutely.
horrible. That spot is horrible.
Yeah. And there have been times where like I would have tattoo work that was still relatively fresh. And this was early on when I first started getting tatted up. And then I would go wrestle a show and the tattoo would still be kind of a week old. Like it would still like it wouldn't be scabbed up, but it was
No,
still
but
kind
it's
of sensitive. And I would take a bump on like the ring and like my arm would hit. I'd be like, oh, that fucking hurt. Or I would close like right here, all this right here. I would clothesline somebody and my arm hitting their chest like that. I'd be like, oh, I felt that where all my tattoo work is because you're laying in at that point. So like, I would have to bandage all that up. Like people would sit there and be like, oh, did you hurt yourself or whatever? I'd be like, no, I got tattoo work and I didn't want to fuck it up while I'm out here wrestling in front of your asses for a hot dog. Like, come on now. Like,
yeah, and they're so expensive anymore. Like the days of like, oh, I want, this piece $175. No,
yeah.
it's 150 an hour or 200 an
Yeah.
hour. And
Well, one thing
it's
that's cool is
horrible.
the shop that I go to. I've been going to them since 2016, not long after they opened. It's a husband and wife, and they rent out to other, tattoo artists and all that stuff. Shout out Instant History Tattoo in Havre de Grace, Maryland. He charges me. He normally does 150 to 125 to 150 an hour, but since I've been going so long, he normally charges me about 100 an hour. But what he does is they're by appointment only. They don't take walk-ins. So they only take by appointment. And what he'll do is he'll book pretty much the entire
The whole
day. So
day.
I'll come in at 10 and then he'll book me till about 4. And he'll tattoo, he'll take his time, we'll take a break, we'll watch like The Office, we'll laugh, bullshit, whatever. And then like I'll be there all the time. And then when we're done, I'll be like, how about $300? And I'll be like,
Shit.
okay, cool.
Sold. I'm flying to Maryland. No.
Yeah, and I mean that's the way it is. Like it's very hard to find very trustworthy shops, and I'm very, very, lucky that I
Yeah.
was able to find someone that has a very trustworthy shop, that I can rely on and depend on, and all that cool fun stuff. So, um, but so Jess, with all your stuff, so can people, I guess, reach out to you online and like so I guess they can come your regular stylist, so they can get their hair done by you regular, but how do they get a hold of you for okay, look, I want you to style my hair, but I also want your bazongas to be out while you're styling my hair. How does that go along
It
with
just happened. No, no,
Say it slowly.
they can DM me and I'll give them my phone number. They can text me. That I make all my own appointments, so
Okay.
I look at my book and figure out when I can do it. But it has to be at certain hours because I do have children.
Yeah.
So usually during the day while they're at school, or if they go with their dad on Saturday, I can do it. But
Nice. And you said you've talked to Viv. So is Viv coming to see you to get her hair done, or are you guys shooting content together?
Well, I talked to her because she's friends with the facial party, and
Okay.
they were gonna link up and do something. I guess she's getting back into things. She
Yeah.
had stopped for a little bit, so we just had talked a little bit and text or messaged on staff chat. But I was like, yeah, we got to get together and like have some drinks, and we had a lot in common.
Yeah, she
She's
told
cool.
us
She's
that
a
she's
cool
probably,
chick.
yeah, she was like, I'll probably see her soon, and that was a couple weeks ago. Because she helps out here every so often. Like we'll
Oh,
have
does
her,
she really?
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
she'll guest host and hang out and all that stuff. And it's funny because like that's another reason why, Jeff, you remember that one episode we did, and she was at the nudist colony.
Yes.
The guy kept on like shit. Like, I
Right.
can't turn my camera around. And it's like if we were on the pre-record for the no holds barred version, I'd be like, fuck it, turn the camera around. Like, let's see this dude trying to tempt you from the window, and all that stuff. And
Yeah.
that would have been a great thing to have, but YouTube has us grounded, and most places have you grounded because God forbid adult content. That's but so what we're gonna do, Jess,
got
we're
for
gonna
Twitter.
one more news article, and then we're going to let you go ahead and get out of here momentarily. So,
Yeah.
the next one is man is accused of robbing a store with a Nintendo Duck Hunt pistol. So,
That's in Florida all day long. In Florida.
Oh, what? It's close though. York
Georgia.
County, South Carolina.
Oh, there you go.
A
That
man in
too.
South Carolina is
Florida North.
robbing a store with a gun-shaped controller from the 1980s Nintendo game Duck Hunt, authorities say. David Joseph DeSandro. I hate it when they do that. Like, they make these people sound like they killed the president. Like, you don't need to put their middle name in here. Like, most assassins have, like, their middle name. Like, just say David DeSandro. Like, not David Joseph DeSandro, who shot, Biden in the head or something like that.
Lee
No,
Harvey Oswald and
come on now.
David.
Yeah.
Yeah.
David, whatever the hell his name is.
25 was arrested following a reported incident at a quick stop convenience store in the small town of Sharon, located about 45 miles southwest of Charlotte, according to the York County Sheriff Office. DeSandro is accused of walking into the store around 5:45 p.m. Tuesday, wearing a mask, wig, a hoodie sweatshirt, and carrying a spray-painted Nintendo game pistol, the sheriff's office said. The suspect showed the clerk the fake gun in the waistband of his pants and then demanded money from the cash register.
At least he spray paint.
Roughly
Wait.
$300.
But it's not orange and gray? You didn't come in with the orange and gray one? Did it have the cord hooked to it? I have follow-up questions.
Hold on.
Was the cord hooked to it?
That's the gun.
Oh shit. Okay.
That
Yeah.
looks pretty good,
he
though.
went in with
No,
it.
he spray painted it. It's clearly the orange and gray one because you can see
Oh,
orange trigger. Like, and that's what I had. I had the orange and gray one, and
Yeah.
then you had kids, and this is the guy in question. Like, that's
Wait, hold on. What was her name?
His.
David,
David Joseph
David
DeSandro.
Joseph DeSandro, the assassin who will murder the president with a duck hunt gun. So, but no, like, and then you had those kids that had the gray and white version of it. I've never seen. I think that's like an urban myth, the gray and white version of the duck hunt gun.
Yeah.
Because mine was bright fucking orange, and I bought 2 Nintendos. And each one had an orange one. I had that stupid fucking power glove that had no fucking use at all.
Hated that thing.
Yeah, they need to bring the power glove back for VR. Like, you need to have a fucking power glove for VR where you put it on and you can feel things.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
power gloves and a fleshlight. That's all.
Oh my god. Could you imagine?
Yeah. Power gloves and a fleshlight. Like,
Yes, I can.
I can still imagine that.
yeah, you're just sitting there, you're just spending all of your time in the basement. Everybody's just like, why are you in the basement? It's like, leave me alone. I am at peace now.
Well,
mind your business.
it would get so bad.
Watching me.
Yeah.
It would get so bad. My wife would come home and be like, "Hi Jeff, hi Jess."
They come up with a duck hunt gun and they're like, look, we're not gonna tell you again, all right? Leave us the hell alone. I will splatter your brains like with your duck hunt gun. Come on now, David.
I'm impressed by Jess's follow-up questions. Did it have the cord? Was it orange? I'm impressed. Very impressed.
You know what that is? That's Forensic Files and Dateline right there. I'm a murder mystery bitch. So like I'm all about it. Like, yep.
Well, that's the thing. Like, my wife used to watch a lot of those shows. She doesn't as much anymore. But I know that if she wants to kill me at any point, she knows how to do it. She knows where to hide the body, and she knows how to get away with it. And she also listens to that one Taylor Swift song where she describes her friend and like cleaning up the house and like disposing of the body in the river and all that stuff. And I'm just kind of like, no, all right. Well, I know what's going to happen to me. Like, if I go missing, if I go missing, then the first suspect will be my wife, who happens to have the same name as their guest, which is Jess. It'd be like, Jess will be the first suspect of crime. Like, have you ever gotten the girl in, what was it? The girl in the well, Jess, the girl Jess that fell in the well. You ever hear about that?
Oh. That really happened.
Yeah, little Jessica.
She got stuck and they got her out though. Yes, I remember that. Yep.
Apparently my wife's mom said that she named her after that girl. And
how endearing.
Shit.
Little Jessica that fell in the well or whatever and all that stuff. And I she said that before and I was like, your mom's insane. she's insane.
Your mom named you after a child that fell in a well.
Yeah.
Like, how do you feel?
Yes.
Well, I'm like the most Jessica Jones, so I get like the Marvel comic or what? Or wait, no, it's not Marvel. DC, is it
Yeah.
DC? Yeah,
No,
Jessica
it's Marvel.
Jones.
Jessica Jones.
Marvel. Okay, yeah. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I've had that name. Like, it's the Marvel comic character. I'm like,
Nah.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
So we're both gonna die at the hand of somebody named Jess.
Yes. Well, you know, that's the thing. If you rob the store with the duck hunt gun and it has the cord, do you strangle the employee with the cord at that point? Like,
I would.
yeah, you
I
just
mean,
as you have the gun to their head, like you're just like imagine him pulling that out and like he forgot that he tied it to his belt, so he goes to pull it out. And he's like, it looks like he's trying to
like a lawnmower.
Yeah, he's trying to lawnmower that shit, fucking. Like,
and then his pants fall down, and what a mess.
He just runs out with his blue hair flowing in the wind, and all that stuff. So. But all right, what we're gonna go ahead and get ready to wrap up here on the show. Jess, where can everybody find you?
So I'm on Twitter, the Naughty Hairstylist, and then I am on Instagram, Naughty Hairstylist, and then on OnlyFans, I'm the Naughty Hairstylist. So hey, you can't mess up, right? But my link is on my Twitter page, and you'll find me on there.
And also, if you would like to make a trip out for her to do your hair or, anything like, do you do just like hair and face? Like, do you like if someone came in and they're like, okay, look, and they just put their legs up like this?
They want their gooch done? Yeah.
Really?
No.
But, like they do
I haven't, but I would.
Like they open up and like ZZ Top's beard is down there.
Oh, yeah.
Give us a rate. I mean, how much would you charge?
That's going to cost them. I got to go down there. Like, is it clean? I got follow-up questions about it. Like, why did it get this bad? Why did we let this happen? Like,
with something like that, like if they have like a ZZ Top's beard down there, can you like wax all that off? Imagine that. Like you push all that in.
You'd have to clip them first. You couldn't just put wax on it and rip it. You'd have to clip it down. And then you would have to put the wax, and it has to be a special kind of wax. So you don't get ingrown hairs.
Wax on and sandwich it. Just make it like a sandwich.
You just put it on, and then it gets hard, and you just yank it off. I would love to do that. Actually, hey,
usually how it's supposed to work.
Book with me, and I want to wax your gooch.
Yes.
I would love to.
If there's anybody out there with a ZZ Top private area, Jess wants to sandwich, the stuff on her, and she wants to just pull it off.
I tell you what, if there's a sponsor who would get me and Ray down there, Ray, I'll do it on your show. I would let her I would let her wax my ball hair on the show. I already have this bet with a former guest co-host of mine that if a certain episode got like 10,000 views, she can wax my ass. Gotta lay it out. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I will.
What it should be is they need to wax your ass to the point to where they put so much wax in your asshole that when they pull the wax off, it also rips shit right out of your ass. Just kind of like sausages. Like it's just like shit legs going come out like a sausage. And
oh my god!
Just, like, swing like a rope at them. It's just like, how did this happen? Like
again, remember,
like really, what are we doing?
Remember though, if she rips out all my ball hair, I'm going to put it in a bag, seal it. She's going to autograph it, like we did with the beard. Like,
stick it on something.
They were talking about on 98 Rock this morning that one of the hosts said that he doesn't like getting his pubes on soap, and they were like, "Could you imagine just selling pre-pubed soap? Like you don't have to be worried about getting like pubes on a soap because there are already pubes in the soap." So that's what you could do with the hair, Jeff. You can donate it to be mixed in with soap to create, pre-pubed soap. Then that way you don't have to worry about somebody seeing soap and, it has pubes all over it. But we're going to go ahead.
Oh, man.
You start off and you didn't have a beard when you started showering. When you're done,
wash yourself. Jess, you can wash yourself with my pubes anytime.
Oh, man. Please. Send them to me in a bag.
Oh,
Swatch. That's
I'll
soap
make-
company
I'll make
Swatch.
them
If you're
so-
watching this.
Instagram friend request coming after the show.
So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and get ready to conclude here on the Happy Hour podcast. Of course, as I said earlier, a lot of things going on. Of course, Happy Hour Pod, the Happy Hour Podcast Studios, Happy Hour Pod Productions, that will be starting up roughly in April. So if anybody out there, if you want to have any kind of video editing done, we have every kind of skill level all the way up to major movie production. If you want to have that done, we're going to try to beat out whatever rate you're currently getting for that. So anybody listening at home, reach out to us for that. Of course, our stuff has leveled up a lot, and we're doing commercials for people, all that fun stuff, website hosting. We're going to be doing a little bit of everything. So reach out to us. Graphic design, of course, the guy who did Jess's graphic.
Oh my God. I was about to say, he's amazing.
Yeah, Derek from Curtain Jerker Designs. He's going
Amazing.
to head up our graphic design division. So if you come over and do anything, I'm going to forward you right over to him. A lot of it is just kind of, contracting out the people that I know because I have a lot of connections and, just trying to make a little bit of money because we're not doing it off YouTube because once again, adult content does not make a lot of money of YouTube. So, but yeah, if anybody out there wants to have anything done, just hit us up. Of course, we will be back here live again this coming Monday. I think, Jeff, you said you're going to be with me on Monday, I believe.
Yes.
Okay, so we will be back
every time
live this Monday as we count down the days till we make it to our very last live broadcast before we go to pre-taped. Of course, our featured guest will be Leanna Loving. She will be joining us. She will be joining the 3 Club as she will be joining us for the 3rd time on this show in the last 4 years. So she will be here. Of course, that will be 8:00 p.m. Eastern this coming Monday right here on YouTube Live. And of course, make sure you follow us at www.hhpod.com. Make sure you find Pod Nation TV, whether or not you go to whenever we post stuff, we will post a direct link, which you can watch from any device, or you can download the channel on your Fire TV or your Roku. That is what you want for the no holds barred edition of the show once it starts up this coming April. And then of course, follow us on YouTube for, the disqualification version, which, would disqualify us if we did the no holds barred version on YouTube. Jess, thank you very much. I hope you
Thanks for having me. I loved it. It was great.
Yeah,
Fun
it's no
time.
problem. Whenever you want to come back, just let us know. Even
Or
if
I'll be here at 8:00 Monday. So.
sweet. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like one thing is like I had a regular co-host and I lost him like 6 months ago. He had to stop doing the show. But normally what I do is I just have it's normally me and then just literally a who's who of co-hosts. People know that I'm a guarantee, but who's going to be with me?
But Jeff isn't.
It
But
could
Jeff
be
isn't.
So no, anytime you want to come back, I'll reach out to you if I need somebody and you want to hang out. Feel free.
Yeah.
So Jess, once again, thank you.
Yeah. Jess, anytime you're back, Jess, I'm here.
Jeff's like, I'm there.
I'm there.
And when I say I'm there, I mean I'm on your front porch. I need my beer.
You gotta say it real dirty into the microphone, real nice and slow.
I'm there.
Oh yeah, that's
I'm there, all right.
So Jess, would you be able to hang out for 1 second once we conclude?
Yeah.
Awesome. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead, wrap up here on YouTube Live, and we will see you guys next time right here on the Happy Hour podcast. All right. So